going to be Reality Check VR versus Sadly It's Bradley. 1-1 tied, best of 3. This final game decides it all.
All right, we are in the game, and look at the number of towers. We have 8 towers here in play. On the left and the right, we have 4 towers each, basically. We have the 2 main lanes, like I said, and the 2 far out flanks, and even the flanks that have no troops going through will have towers there. And Reality Check starting with the troop trucks once again. They're going back to it. Bradley responding with the troop trucks as well. Reality staying with Simmons division, the infantry.
Going to be a different focus. As this one is a big, really gigantic map.
Yeah.
With a lot of different things to look at. Of course, you can just control and turn the viewing angles easily on the controller, but you do have to move around a lot.
Yeah, Bradley going back to the German side. The Luftwaffe, the air division, basically known for the air division, will still have that artillery that he's using. We're seeing that one artillery doing the damage to Reality Check's tower already. So that's going to be a little bit of a problem, not a huge problem early game. We saw players lose 2-3 towers early game and still come out on top at the end of the game.
Yeah, that's totally possible. Some artillery being set up by both players. There's 1-1 each now. And the motorcycle jeeps, just to have them on that X mark. A great early start setup. Ooh, already artillery doing straight shots to the tower. No real defense is coming. Okay, there's an extra tank coming now.
The bomb troop saw that artillery and started shooting. But yeah, that artillery has been there doing that damage, but it's gonna blow up soon. You gotta pull it back, or not. It got destroyed. The heavy tank was there for defense, but I guess he was busy controlling other stuff. In the meantime, the artillery does go down.
Yeah, but that was still enough of a damage onto the tower. I think it was totally worth. When Reality is really focusing on the artillery of his own. And also bringing in some heavy air units. I think Bradley might be just thinking about, okay, I'm just going to control the air. Reality didn't even bother making any anti-air units in the last game. So maybe have a really good chance.
All right, we'll see. Bradley doing, once again, producing the heavy tanks to defend that one artillery that he's sending out to the side lane here. We'll see how much damage that artillery can do once again.
I'm just ready for that fighter heavy to come out and destroy everything that's out there. But reality keeping his cheap troops first and making sure Bradley really go for that cheese. Okay, yeah. I'm just gonna get the tower. I will make sure that I get the towers first so I can actually directly go towards the base.
Right, Reality Check starting to kind of build up its troops. He's kind of going back to the old style, the early rounds that we've seen. The troop trucks, he has all 3 down. 2 infantry, 2 bazookas, and 2 mortars now. So yeah, he's gonna go with the numbers here in the early game.
And also a few Sherman tanks just to push the lane a little further. And also was used to defend against the artillery. 4, Bradley is really going to have that setup. Where is it going to focus though? There are lane pushes. I mean, you can start with defending from your base side.
We do see 4 artillery already being created by Bradley.
But if you control the hilltop where the X mark is, where the motorbike is right now, you can get you can buy a lot of time and save a lot of money just by defending that top hill. Oh, here comes the bomber medium is here from Bradley.
Is it gonna go? Did it go in?
No, not even close.
Okay.
Maybe onto the tower only?
I thought he was going for that side tower. I think, but it didn't take any damage, so I guess it did get taken down.
There was an anti-air, plus the anti-air from the base, and also an extra plane on it. I think that was just enough to defend it without taking real crucial damage.
All right, well, as it should be. This is the last game. This is the last game of the finals, so it is taking a little bit longer to kind of see which side has the more of an advantage. Right now, Bradley in front of his base. I mean, reality check in front of Bradley's base, actually. Trying to think of a way to kind of get through here already.
A lot more lane pressure coming out from reality. Over time, it's going to stack, but what's important is that all the artillery from Sadly has been pushing out space into the map. That's a good catch. And reality trying for that similar strategy.
All right, well, we'll see.
And we're getting ready for that bomber heavy. Ooh, actually turns around.
No, that's his base. He's just gonna rally it, patrol it around his base. I think he wants to stack up a couple.
Yeah, maybe. I thought he was gonna go just straight into it because he also had a few other small Thunderbolts ready.
All right, we'll see. Bradley, he should be able to see that he's producing the bombers. So yeah, there we go. We do see two anti-airs.
And two anti-air coming out from Bradley. May not be enough against two bomber ones though. Those are pretty painful with a lot of HP.
Yeah, so right now for Bradley, I think unless he's gonna just go full on defense, just create a couple of anti-airs, and with the 4 artilleries that he has, he should somehow pressure and try to push and force reality check to not be able to keep producing the bombers rather than to try to defend his base, but he's just stationed his artilleries in his base for defense.
I think reality check has another way of really pushing this one into farther into the base. But there are lots of anti-air units.
Look at how many Thunderbolts Bradley is producing. He has 7 with 3 anti-airs now, so just 2 bombers is not going to be enough.
Yeah, they might just straight up go down from all those small fighter planes. It's hard to control all 7, but it can be painful if you can actually micro them pretty well. And on the ground, artillery mostly used as a defense.
Now reality check actually stationed a couple of artillery for himself to do some tower damage to Bradley. It's not going to be crucial, but this damage adds up. So Bradley definitely has to decide on doing something.
Bradley going in for some damage possible, and
he wanted to get rid of the bomber, but yeah, it's not gonna.
Got some damage.
Look at all the fighters defending it. It's not going to be easy.
This is going to be basically the win game strategy.
Yeah.
As Bradley's also getting ready for that. These anti-air, if these are taken out.
I think that was a nuke coming from Bradley. Ooh.
Okay, just damaged a little bit, not too heavy.
He was able to kind of pull back a couple of units. Unfortunately, that nuke is not going to take those bombers down that are flying so high up in the air. But look at this. These artilleries, yeah, they're good. And they've been defending and providing Bradley with some time to stack up on units to counter those bombers. But if he doesn't pressure reality check at all and just allow reality check to prepare his one huge attack, I don't know, Bradley, it might go down.
Yeah, reality had almost the tower go down.
Yeah.
Bradley with just 1 artillery, but it was close. As you can see, the HP of 1 on the far right of Bradley's tower, but still, the big bomber heavies are surviving. Of course, their HP went down because of that missile, but with the right setup, I think he can do it.
All right, finally, Bradley decides he has enough units to go out. He's sending out his artillery. He's going to pressure reality check before he starts using his bombers, before he's done setting up. Reality check has 4 anti-airs as well. He's making his way out. The heavy tanks in the front, the artillery's in the back. He is doing the pressuring. Bomber planes.
Maybe it's time. And one of the bomber plane actually went down.
Yeah.
And got an extra one now, but in that time, because he was spending so much in the air, Bradley focusing onto the tower, had a lot of these small ones.
Look at this, Bradley sending it in.
Is
He
it
saw the
time?
bomber come out. Now he's sending him out, and it does go down before it even passes the enemy line. Another one will go down.
Okay, just did some damage to the defending towers. That's about it, though.
Not good enough for spending so much money for preparing so much. Now he only has one left flying around his base.
And that's the reason why. Bradley has the fighter heavy ready against all those bombers. Bombers are slow. Fighter heavy is quick. It does a lot of damage to all the air units. So reality check is in trouble now. His strategy is somewhat sealed.
Yeah, and the bomber plane strat, Bradley already knows that because he's the one who first did it on reality check, even though he was able to beat him out. But look at this bomber coming through, trying to get rid of the anti-air. I think it does.
Yeah,
Bradley
got one of them out.
Yeah, Bradley is basically kind of answering, but this isn't like a cheese mode where, you know, early game they just go straight for the bomber. They're actually setting up for these attacks, getting rid of the anti-airs.
Yeah,
first.
11 minutes. Really showing some cool strategy from both players.
Yeah.
Reality is switching things up just a little bit. Have a lot of Shermans.
And a lot of motor trucks, troop trucks as well. 19 mortars coming through, and 5 troop trucks, 4 mortars. So basically, he wants to just ram through and bulldoze through the ground. Look at all those airplanes.
Yeah, first Bradley picking up a lot of those BF-109s in the air and the anti-air just in case reality check does anything cheesy again. Let's see the focus. Reality check moving out with those cheaper units.
Yeah. Bradley keeping his anti-airs in his base, just getting ready for reality check to come in. 3 artillery to defend his base. Bradley's base won't be getting through anytime soon. Reality check stacking up as well. He's just waiting for Bradley's air units to come out with those anti-airs hidden. Oh, I think Bradley's sending it out.
Is it time?
I think it is. And those hidden tanks and anti-airs are right there, ready.
All the Shermans are gone. The anti-air didn't go down. And the anti-air is actually taking the big medium down. And that's it.
Up.
Okay, reality check did lose a few Shermans, but this evens out somewhat with the anti-air.
It definitely does, but this artillery being behind the walls is going to cause problems. Reality check won't get through with just regular ground units, even though he has 20 mortars. I don't think, as of now, it will be.
Has 3 stacked
Yeah.
in reality check's base. I think he was getting ready to let them go all together. Maybe he wants to stack a little more. Ooh, the numbers on each side is getting big and big setups. A lot more pressures in the ground. And the air units, not yet from reality check, is coming.
But look at the numbers of the fighters, the fighter jets stacking up 6 now, just roaming around Bradley's base. He's just waiting for those bombers to come. So he patrolled them right in front. So when the bombers come, they can just automatically attack. I don't know what reality has, like, he has to get through these planes first in order for the bombers to get through to the command center of Bradley.
I think reality is waiting for the stack of ground units because he has a lot of troops set up already. Big amount of numbers on the troops. The motor 6 in his base, and Bradley has no real room right now to actually have that big missile, which can destroy a lot in reality check space. But that's a lot of money.
Oh my gosh, these are stacking. But right now, for in terms of reality check, he has to get rid of these artilleries first in order for his ground units, his infantry and the bombers and the mortars to get through, because no matter how many troop trucks he has in his base, oh, he's going. Yeah, but as I was saying, no matter how much trucks he has, they're not gonna get through those artillery and heavy tanks.
Okay, he's
on
got to grab
defense.
onto all of them, going straight into the base to the center.
There we go. He's dropping some early. It does
And the
land.
Base is
Oh!
taking damage. Maybe just enough, or is it not enough?
Oh my God! I think reality check it. Saves some money. Does the base artillery attack the $28 one?
Survive for another spin. Did it just go down? Think it did before Bradley.
Oh, there's one more. One more is coming. He produced one more.
If it's coming,
Full health.
great. It is coming from the other side. Bradley, can he defend it perfectly before it
Drop.
lands?
Oh.
He does. A lot of anti-airs and making sure that connects. So for the next
but-
set of units,
You hear that sound?
oh yes.
The base artillery.
Are we gonna get close? I think it can just be enough. And with that, that's going
Wow.
to be it. What a cool strategy. Having all those bomber planes, bomber flying fortresses basically stacked up. And that's Reality Check VR being the champion from the NA region.